Under the Rose. Preface. Like other words used by practitioners of espionage, tradecraft started as a euphemism for spycraft. Even though the term has roots in espionage, the principles and uses lend itself well outside the niche. Tradecraft is a broad term which encompasses all techniques, methods, skills, and technologies to conceal and protect sensitive activities or relationships from an opponent. Developing tradecraft can be daunting because governments and criminal organizations spent the last century continuously improving their methods to detect it. This book seeks to set up a foundation of information to conduct clandestine activities in areas controlled by an oppressive adversary. The intended audience of this book are those who are called to work in oppressive regions of the world, particularly journalists, missionaries, and liberators who find themselves in an asymmetric fight. The United States Declaration of Independence says the Creator endowed all people with certain inalienable rights. If the author believes that to be true, then these freedoms cannot end at the borders of the United States. Citizens of the world have the rights of religion, association, speech, and press, and should not endure the suppression thereof in whatever form it may take. Granted, many of these oppressed people will not have access to this resource, let alone many other resources. However, the author trusts the benevolent citizens of the United States will continue to go forth and risk their physical selves to spread the same liberties abroad. Going forward, this book offers tools to help them succeed and stay safe. The book attempts to help those who wish to contribute to the world in a greater sense than themselves. Too often, these altruistic people are horribly underprepared when facing dangerous adversaries. They are decapitated or mutilated by extremists and oppressors as loved ones watch helplessly at home because they lack the proper skills, planning, and preparation needed to succeed in their endeavors. Then there is the concern of whether the nefarious can use this knowledge. The answer is yes. While it is true this information may make it difficult for authorities to stop bad actors, the sad truth is these people already have their own tradecraft. In fact, tradecraft is ubiquitous around the world and among society's institutions. It is only the average person who is not privy to these techniques. Intelligence agencies, special operations forces, criminal enterprises, militant extremists, politicians, and hackers all have methods to keep their relationships and activities secret. This book presents nothing new to them. The content inside does not derive from any one nation or organization's methods, but a culmination of many. It pulls from governmental, criminal, and militant techniques without regard to nationality. This book originated from the study of many works, ranging from declassified U.S. Office of Strategic Services and British Special Operations executive field manuals and intelligence reports, to more recent articles and various military field manuals. This book sought to analyze, extrapolate, synthesize, and distill that information into digestible modules. The reader can choose the methods he needs to carry out his goals by studying the relevant chapters. The book describes adversaries throughout, but isn't alluding to any specific organizations. With advancements in technology and sharing of knowledge, many of the capabilities described within are no longer unique to sophisticated or well-funded government agencies. Now, the poorest of governments and criminal organizations can use these capabilities. Over the decades, hackers, criminals, and operatives pass their tradecraft and lessons learned to each other to a point where this information is available with a web browser and internet connection or through consumer publications. The last thing for any clandestine actor to understand is his adversary's specific capabilities and then tailor his tradecraft to it. This book uses the masculine pronoun simply for brevity and is not implying that only males could, should, or would be the only gender that executes these activities. To the contrary, from what the author has seen and learned, it is indistinguishable between the sexes as to who conducts these activities more. Even in the Bible, the safe house keeper who helped the Israelite spies in Jericho was a woman. Do not let the use of the masculine pronoun distract from the knowledge contained within this book. This is the second edition of this book. It was revised for spelling, grammar, and flow. The primary content remains unchanged other than the removal of the external references and descriptions of courses. For those who are looking to contact the author, please email raspproject@protonmail.com. raspproject@protonmail.com.